Alright guys, welcome to your 28th tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to be building that tab bar at the bottom to navigate through our different views. So what a tab bar is it's pretty much a bunch of different icons with titles on it, and each one you click represents a different view. So you can either go get icons from, somewhere. I mean, you don't even need to have icons, but it's useful to have them. Most people do. So if you want to make your own icons, then make sure that they're 24 by 24 and make sure they're ping or PNG, whatever you guys. I know you're having a huge debate about what to call it. I call them ping. But anyways, and if you want transparency on them, then they can have transparency too. So that's the cool part. So anyways, I already got 5. So they're in my folder downloads because I made them on my other computer. And here they are. Look at all the sweet pings I made, A, B, C, D, E. Go ahead and make yours anything you want. And I'm going to go ahead and select them all and drag them over right at the bottom, right above P list. And of course, you need to go ahead and copy, add them. And now I have my 5 ping files, one to represent each tab. So pretty cool. So now let's go ahead and hop into main window.xib, and this is going to open up interface builder, obviously. Now the first thing we want to do here is we want to get something called a tab bar controller. Now this pretty much, as you can see, manages a set of view controllers. What this is going to do is this controller icon is the root controller. It's going to control the first view the user sees. So in order to get it in our program, just go ahead and drag it over in main window.xib and check it. This main view that pops up is now the first view that the user sees. So anyways, this is a built-in class from iPhone, so it's pretty cool that we don't have to code any of this. Automatically gives us our own navigation bar at the bottom. The only thing we need to do is change a couple attributes on it. So I told you guys that I'm going to be teaching you guys 5 different pickers, and there's only 2 different tabs right here, so that's the first thing we need to change. So go ahead and click your icon right here, and over in your attributes inspector, you see here are pretty much the tabs. Item 1, item 2. We want 5 items, 1 for each picker. So go ahead and just click 1, 2, 3, add it 3 times, and this is going to add 1 for each view controller. And a view controller is pretty much the same thing as a class. So now each tab controls its own view or its own class. So now what we need to do is this tab is just saying here, this is pretty much a really dumb tab right here. It has no idea what it's supposed to be doing. So what we're going to do is go ahead and unselect it. Now select it again just to make sure we got the right thing selected. And now that you have that first tab selected, what you need to do with each of these tabs is tell it what nib file it needs to look at and what class is going to tell it what to do. So pretty much associate each tab with its nib file and class. And you're saying, alright, how do I do that? Well, in your attributes inspector right here, go ahead and put nib name, and this first one is going to be for the date. And go ahead and hop over to your, so pretty much, that's how you associate a tab with its interface builder. So now go ahead in its identity, and now you have to say what class is going to control it. So of course, the first one, it's the date class, just like that. So after you're done with this, what you want to do is you want to click on Attribute Inspector again, and now that you set all the background coding properties, we want to actually change the cool icon in the title itself. So go ahead and double click it, and the title is the title that appears below. We'll just change this one to date, and the image is the icon. So here are all your images that you just imported. I'm going to change this one to A. And now you can see the title switched to date, and the icon switched to my sweet little custom-made A ping. So we need to do that for each item. So yeah, you actually have to sit here and watch me do them all. So tab number 2 is network. This one is a single pecker. And for the identity, of course, single. And now go to attributes, change the title to single. Looks good. And change it to B. And for the third tab, the nib on this one, let's see, I think this was double, and the class that's going to control it is double. And now let's go ahead and change the title of the icon to double. Is that what you guessed? You were right. And C. So now let's go in item number 4, of course. And the nib name for this is dependent. There we go. Its identity is, of course, dependent. You guys really should know how to do this by the time I get done all these. And the title for this one is Dependent. I actually have to sing it out. And change this to D. This is actually one that makes sense. D, dependent. Get it? Alright, now for this one, nib name. This is custom, pecker, identity, custom, and go ahead and change this to E, and change the title to custom. Bam, just like that. Phew, alright. So pretty much we took each tab and gave it its appropriate nib class and its appropriate regular class. And we also changed the what's called the icon on each one and the title of each one. And we repeated this for every single tab. Alright, we're done with that. Now let's go ahead and click away. So there we go. So the title actually changes. So the only thing we have left to do is tell this controller that it's actually the root controller. So, I mean, check this out. Easiest thing you'll ever do in your whole life. Go ahead, control drag from the app delegate, which is built-in code, and release when it gets over tab bar controller and select root controller. And that's all. Now, this tab bar controller is the root controller for your program. So now, don't forget, please don't forget to save it, because we don't want to have to repeat all that. And quit Interface Builder, and, well, I guess if you want, you can go ahead and build and run this. Nothing's really sweet is going to happen. But, I mean, you can click through each of your tabs, make sure it's not blowing up, and make sure you have all your icons in the right place. And, again, like I said, each of these tabs is going to bring up a custom picker, and lets you do something else cool with the picker. But in the next tutorial, I'm going to be working with this date picker, and it's pretty much going to pick the date and then output it on the screen. So yeah, that's what we're going to be learning. So there's a little preview to it. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you watch my next tutorial and learn how to do this. And yeah, if you have any questions, click on the link below and I'll answer them for you. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later.